Susanna, don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Just a quick review. When we say there are 12 semitones, we mean we can go from a sound like the C, and then counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, repeat the C. And we can do that anywhere. Here we have repeated the F sharp. Now we're going to go back to the C, and we're going to use our rule. Remember, it is play, skip, skip, don't skip, 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 don't skip. By skip we mean omit one of the semitones. Working our way up the scale, we'll get a do, re, mi. Play, skip this, play this, don't skip, skip this, skip this, skip this, don't skip. Play, skip, skip, don't skip, 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 don't skip. Now we have there the do, re, mi scale. We can do it anywhere. Remember that? We'll try any place. Play, skip, skip, don't skip, 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 don't skip. Another do, re, mi scale, but let's go back to the C again. Play, skip, skip, don't skip, 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 don't skip. Now I want you to do a mental exercise. We were counting semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. But now I want you to count just the ones we play when we play the do, re, mi, and we will see that we get 7 distinct sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we repeat. Now we're going to make from those the chords that we need to play. And we're going to do that, first of all, by taking the first note, skipping the second note, skipping 2, playing 3, skipping 4, and playing 5. And that will give us this. 1, skip this one, and play 3, skip 4, and play 5. And we get a form that we are going to just call the 1-3-5 form for the time being. Now that happens to be C, E, and G here, but it could be anywhere else. It could be something else. Think about it. This is 1, 3, 5, and it's taken from these 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before we repeat 1. If we say 1, 3, 5, and think of that as a form, we can move that form up and down anywhere on this keyboard. And we're going to do it right now by moving it up to 2, 4, and 6, and then 3, 5, and 7, and then 4, 6, and you could call it 8 or 1, and then 5, 7, 2. This is now 6 and 8 or 1, and 3, and 7, 2, 4, and then we start over. So you can see that we have 7 chords. Chords, by the way, have to be played together. If I play it like this, it's an arpeggio, and if I play it like this, it's a chord. So let's say we're playing arpeggios just to look at them. This is C. This is D. Happens to be D minor, and we'll learn that later. This is E minor. This is F. This is G, the name of the chord, now G major. And this is A minor, and this is B, and it's called a diminished, and we'll learn that later. But the form is the same. So play those like that. Now, using that form, the 1, 3, 5, although it becomes 2, 4, 6, no. We use it the same form. Look at the fingers. They don't have to really change at all. I want to confine ourselves to the chord on the first note and the chord on the fourth note of the do, re, mi, fa, and the chord on the fifth note, do, re, mi, fa, so. The first chord, the fourth chord, and the fifth chord are the major chords of the scale. We'll understand that more later, but just let's accept it for the moment and practice them, and practice moving from one to the other. Up to the F chord or the fourth chord, the G chord or the fifth chord. Now remember, we can start anywhere and do this, but we've chosen to do it in C for the moment. Now, by using those three chords, the C, the F, and the G, we're going to work out how to play very simply. We'll have more elaborate ways to play it later. The song, Oh Susanna. I come from Alabama with a, now move up to the F, banjo on my, and then to the G, knee. I'm, then back to the C, going to Louisiana, my, up to the F, true love, then the G, 4, 2, C. The chorus goes, oh, this is the F, Susanna, back to the C, don't you cry for me. We're just moving the same form up and down the piano. I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. We can make it a little more fancy by, say, instead of playing the middle note of the chord, we can leave that out in our left hand and just go and just maybe play the whole chord in the right hand and get what seems like a little bit more rhythm to it. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my, up to the G, knee. I'm back in the C, Louisiana, my F, true love, then G, 4, 2, C. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Now, I just happen to have a banjo on the other side of this piano, so I've picked it up a minute, and we should play it at least through once with the banjo, so we have seen the banjo and listened to the banjo. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. It rained all night the day I left, the weather it was dry. The sun so hot I froze to death, Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. So here we've looked at one form called here we're calling it the 1, 3, 5 form. Middle finger of each hand and the fingers at the ends. And we've played a form of Oh Susanna. More will be coming in later lessons, but just practice that to sing I come from Alabama with my banjo